Last summer, we built a stone walkway under a secret waterfall in the middle of Scotland. All the material we used to build this platform was either found in the bushes, in the pond, or quarried from behind the actual waterfall. This is the coolest job I've ever done, and I hope you enjoy watching it from start to finish. This is Drystone TV. We've got a really special job for the next couple of days. We're building a walkway into this waterfall. So, looks a bit violent now, but we are quarrying the waterfall to get some material to build a walkway. Hope you enjoy the video. Day one was all about gathering stone and quarrying what we could from the rock face. Now, we did get a few good ones out of there, but we also lost a few into the pool.
Morning, it's day two of this waterfall walkway build. We had a good day yesterday. Lydia got a little bit of the sort of pitching in there, and me and Ben got a few of these edging stones into place. With all jobs like this that are, a bit different, there's no real sort of guidebook as to what you do. You just come to the job and then solve the problems as you come across them. So one of the key things we're having to figure out is how to get these edge stones solid so that they don't just slip into the middle of the pond when someone's stood on it, jumping off it, that kind of thing. So we had a little bit of time figuring that one out yesterday, and we've cut a channel into the bedrock so that they really sit down and that there's a lip of bedrock preventing them from moving at all. So yeah, we've more or less figured out our process for today, and hopefully we'll get most of this done today. We've got 2 or 3 more edgings to put in, and then we're all just on pitching like this. So yeah, should be a good day. Enjoy.
Now, I didn't do that good a job at explaining the process when I filmed this, so I'm going to give it a go now. So what we did on this second day was we placed the largest stones on the edge, and that is what we call an edging. Good name for it. So these stones on the outside are much bigger than the rest of the paving. They are by far the heaviest stones. And how we got these to sit solidly was by either putting them into a natural groove in the bedrock, like this one here is sat in between 2 spikes of bedrock, meaning it's impossible for it to move, or we cut the bedrock into a channel so that the stones could sit into that channel. Now, there was a hell of a lot of work in cutting that bedrock flat, so yeah, that's where the majority of the work was on the end of day 1 and most of day 2. And as an additional safety measure, belt and braces type of thing, we actually drilled right the way through those big stones into the bedrock underneath and resined a steel dowel in there so that if there is a huge flood, those stones will, they are stuck to the bedrock, they can't move. Then the next job is to fill in the pitching behind, which is the smaller stones, laying them upright. And I'm going to hand the narration back to myself 6 months ago to explain the pitching.
Like the paving, over here, let me not fall into this pond, you can see the pitching part where we finished here. So this is what we mean when we talk about pitching. It's stones like a paving that's on edge, it's on the stone's edge rather than laying the stones flat. This is how the Romans built stuff and why their roads last so long, because obviously that's a really thick paving. They're over a foot thick. So yeah, you can see we've got like the edge in there, using bigger ones there on the edges, and then walling in, filling in the gaps with the more random shape stuff. So yeah, that's just the job part way through. By the end of today, it should have really taken shape, and yeah, you'll be able to see the full effect of what we're doing here and what we're trying to do. It's also worth saying that one of the things that goes through our minds when we're doing a job like this is to try and use the material as it naturally comes out. So we want to keep the natural shapes of the stones, which, you know, at a glance you could almost not even see what we've done, but by creating a flat surface and a nice edge on it, it's that borderline between something looking man-made and natural. We want it to just sit in this area, not look like we've made too much of an impact on this obviously really beautiful area, but yeah, building something that is obviously well crafted and is just that in that perfect balance of man-made and natural.
So my question to you guys is, do you think we've done that? Have we accomplished building something in a, you know, natural beauty spot that doesn't spoil it? Or should we have, well, done something differently, or just not bothered at all, just left it as nature made it? So I'm interested to hear what you guys would have done in the comments. Let me know. This next clip is another fine example of me waffling on, not getting to the point and doing a terrible job at wrapping up, so I'm going to do that here. Thanks again for watching my videos. I really enjoy making them. I'm going to try and make some more this year. And also, if you have any questions about how this was built, then let me know in the comments and I will get back to you. Thanks again.